Are you beholden to your principles, or do you sell them for monetary gain?
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're back at it again in another video. We're here to check out Random Money Games Part 1, 2, and 3. Now, I'm going to be splitting Part 1, 2, and 3 into different videos. I found like this is the better way for me to go ahead and watch this and to digest it. And then when I get to the third one, I'll be able to give my full understanding at that point by fully understanding what I've seen and heard. So, and then afterwards, the other videos or songs that you have voted for will come afterwards. Now, let's go ahead and jump right into this. If you guys want to watch the original video, you know where the links are. So let's play.
It's a strange time we're living in. War can put fear in. Hierarchy parties, they make us feel inferior. Greed runs through parliament interiors. Devils walk among us, they fit the criteria. Eerie theory, stripe, fearing, weary-minded men when we're clearly living in dictatorships. Nearly blinded by illusions to choose who's fooling who. A pull chain to your shoes on pain. It's a crying shame.
Dang. Already out here with the truth bombs. Ooh, okay, Ren. All right.
The pursuit of our own wealth lights a flame that makes greed a game that lets this whole world burn. As the world turns, the whole world burns. But money was invented for trade, but now those bits of paper twist hearts, make slaves, turns a saint into a sinner, a child into a killer. His finger on the trigger of a money game.
I like how you said that there. It's like, let me just rewind that one more time. Usually I like to let these plays, but I was like, when I hear something that's so true.
His finger on the trigger of a money turns a saint into a sinner, a child into a killer. His finger on the trigger of a money game.
This is the interesting fact is, like, he says that, and it can just all be capsulated into, well, most of it can be capsulated in the saying of money being the root of all evil. Well, not money. Okay. For the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money is the root of all evil. It's the love of it. You can have money and not be in love with it, and you can just be fine. But if you love it so much, like you're fiending for it, you don't care how you get it. You need that money. The love of it will cause you to do the most unimaginable, unspeakable, unthinkable things just so you can get more of it. Sometimes you have to pose that question. When is enough for you? Some people make lots of money, plenty of money, generational wealth that could feed their generation for the next 50 years. Down the line, and still it's not enough. Crazy to think about.
Oh, rain, 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 rain. A storm it comes our way, and those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins. But we like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this old money game. Stop.
Uh-oh.
Dear Mr. President, it's evident that everyone's a resident of fear when they support these ideas to keep us separate, when they make us believe that everybody is coming to terrorize you in the streets. They say badly through gritted teeth. That's my right to hate. That's freedom of speech. But when did freedom become a reason to hate? A way to justify a racist slur or insult we make? There's an irony in freedom, cause us in the West, we have pillaged and plundered and murdered like savages, colonized all of the rest. That's called hypocrisy. Preach a certain value that you...
I like it when he hits these pockets. That's really, really good. I like it. He just starts off. He goes, okay.
Never keep yourselves, your country was in flames. You denigrate yourselves in a second. Still you spit your venom, demonizing immigrants when really you're the immigrant. Cause all of us are immigrants or descended from immigrants. Irony is imminent, I'll shed the light on immigrants. America was colonized by Britain. Britain, it was colonized by Rome. And also colonized by the Saxons. They were German, by the way. You know how people throw shade upon the Germans because of history's pain, and yet we make the same mistakes all again. Demonize a whole people, Jewish or Muslim, the same and the same. Old situations play on repeat. The same old TV shows repeat. Yeah, we worship the bleak. Our opinions aren't our own, and we follow like sheep. There's no left, there's no right. In the middle we sleep. Rain, 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 rain. A storm it comes our way. And those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins. But we'd like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. This old money game.
It's like he's fighting against to do it and not do it. So that ending, like I was wondering because when I saw that ending, is like I got a flashback to a history lesson about the monk that set himself on fire in a protest. But then I remembered back, I think it was like what 2022, 2023, I forget. That one guy that did that because of I forget what was the reason. I think it was during the whole Russia-Ukraine thing. So to give a recap of part 1 of Money Game, let's start about where it started off with, talking about money and what it was used for. And also especially when I made the comment about for the love of money is the root of all evil. That still stands true. Because he did say, and if I go back and find that one particular point, it's right here.
But money was invented for trade, but now those bits of paper twist hearts, make slaves, turns a saint into a sinner, a child into a killer.
Okay, so like what he said right there, it can twist hearts, turn a saint into a sinner, a child into a killer. That's that greed. Again, the love of money is the root of all evil?
Dear Mr. President, it's evident that everyone's a resident of fear when they support these ideas to keep us separate, when they make us believe that everybody is coming to terrorize you in the streets. They say proudly through gritted teeth, that's my right to hate, that's freedom of speech.
Like the whole political angle, the left and the right, talking about like, oh, if you do this, then this is going to happen to you. If you choose this, this is going to happen to you. And then there he says, it's my right to hate. That's freedom of speech. Well, yes, you do have the freedom of speech. However, that does not give you the right to hate a person or a group of people, no matter what kind of interaction that you had with them in the past. Though it doesn't necessarily remove you from consequences for saying something that would be absolutely just foul in any regard. That's why when you see people go ahead and say something online, and then if the next thing you know, bang, their private life is now affected.
But when did freedom become a reason to hate, a way to justify a racist slur or insult we make? Then
Well, the way I look at that is that people that in their mind, they have literally fixed in their mind that, hey, since the law says this, if I do A, then I won't get in trouble and end up in B. That's basically how that thing usually works. It says, why does it justify? Listen, if somebody really wants to do something, they will literally find any way to go ahead and get it done. It doesn't matter how they do it or what they have to do it, they will do it. So if the law says freedom of speech, they're going to look at it and be like, wait, freedom of speech, I'm not going to get in trouble. In the eyes of the law, no, you're not going to get thrown in jail. But socially, yeah, that right there is where they're going to get you, buddy. So what I've noticed throughout this entire video is that this person, I'm going to pull this up right now, this individual right here with the bag over their head, I wonder if this is a representation of, say, the average citizen. Because if you think about it, he's talking about the money, talking about the politics, immigration. He's talking about all these different topics. But I wonder if this individual is supposed to be a representation of the everyday citizen. Because the everyday citizen, in a sense, has this bag over their head, like as if they're blind. They're blind, but can also somewhat sense the world around them. They're so blinded, but yet they can go ahead and sense things that's going around him by, but he still listens. No matter how much he's getting mistreated, no matter how much, like, he does things to him, like he draws on his face, he goes in and takes his face, he goes ahead and, pokes him, prods him, he still listens to him when he says, stop, play. When you hit him with the gloves or whatever, goes ahead and takes a bat and hits it against the wall, hits it on the floor and whatnot. But he still keeps playing until he's told to stop. Comes with a jerry can full of gas. He can smell it, he can sense the danger, but he'll still go ahead and do what he's told to do. I mean, that's what I'm getting, especially in the sense of talking about, especially with everything he's been talking about up until this point. That's what I'm getting from this masked individual. Let's go ahead and talk about the immigration part that he was talking about.
there's an irony in freedom, cause us in the West, we have pillaged and plundered the murder that's savages, colonized all of the rest. That's called hypocrisy. Preach a certain value that you never keep yourselves. Your country was in flames, you denigrate yourselves in a second. Still you spit your venom, demonizing immigrants when really you're the immigrant, cause all of us are immigrants or descended from immigrants. Irony is imminent. I'll shed the light on immigrants. America was colonized by Britain. Britain, it was colonized by Rome. And also colonized by the Saxons. They were German, by the way. You know how people throw shade upon the Germans because of history's pain, and yet we made the same mistakes all again.
It's like everybody in one way, shape, or form is an immigrant from another country. But to escape whatever it is that they were trying to escape from, that we are all immigrants or descendant from immigrants. And the way I look at it is kind of like phone call. It's kind of like telling somebody a rumor. And I've always said this. Back when I was younger, probably like when I was like in the 9th grade, I used to say, somebody will tell you the truth. And then imagine Like, the more people that it goes down, the truth changes just a little bit, more and more and more. And you get to a certain point in history, or in a sense, the modern day, that now you don't know truly 100. You don't know 100% of what actually happened back then, because throughout history, there's always a little bit where people will tweak it just a little bit, because now you're in a society where you want to secure the modern citizens' loyalty to the land that they were born in, whether they be born from an immigrant or not. In one way or another, the people who are in charge will want you to be as loyal to that land that you were born in as possible, because it would be terrible if they found out something completely different about how we came into fruition about this land. So there's, at least that's the idea that I'm getting from this.
Demonize a whole people, Jewish or Muslim, the same and the same. Old situations play on repeat. The same old TV shows repeat. Yeah, we worship the bleak. Our opinions aren't our own and we follow like sheep. There's no left, there's no right. In the middle we sleep.
Alright, that part right there. I remember I had this conversation with my friends. I told them, like, listen, no matter how you look at it, and I'm going to have to go ahead and, make this like, no matter how you look at it, you have left, you have right, and then there's you in the middle. And then you may have different ways of how the country should be ran. So you either go to the left or you go to the right. Now, think about it. The left and the right are basically two arms of the government. You run to each or the other. In the end of the day, where are two arms connected to? The same body. In the end of the day, I remember somebody said, it's like, when you vote, really and truly, it's just, who do you wish to get kicked by the most? Who would you rather be kicked by? Or who would deal you the softest and gentlest of blows? So guys, this is as much as I can gather from part one. I think I yapped as much as I can about this one. But I do like the lyrics of this one. This one is a really good, it's like a little has a good amount of like truths and a little bit of teacher moments, to it. I like part one so far. It definitely goes ahead and like puts a lot of things into perspective. However, I can't wait to go ahead and hear part 2 and 3. So please stay tuned, and those will be out as soon as possible. And guys, for watching, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Please, guys, tell me what you think. Do you think I might be off? Do you think that I am completely bonkers? That I probably got a tinfoil hat on my head? Please go ahead and let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye. Peace.